I'm not a Pokemon fan. Not to say I hate the games at all, but I realized that they wasn't for me a long time ago. I've beaten Pokemon Red and Platinum, I think, and I played a couple of the spin-off stuff like Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Tournament, but nothing really was clicking for me. So over the years, I will pop in and try and give it another shot, but to no avail. So now that leaves me here, having friends who love Pokemon to this day, and me wanting something to play together, I decided to give Pokemon Scarlet a go. And it was a breath of fresh air. Sort of, you know. Pokemon Scarlet is what I would want a Pokemon game to be. My vision as a kid, I thought of this game being an open world game where you can just go anywhere and collect different type of Pokemon. And that's pretty much what you can do, to a certain extent, but we'll get to that.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
I had played Pokemon Arceus a bit earlier in the year and it was cool, but I just never went back to play it. I don't know why, I just dropped it. And playing Pokemon Scarlet, I can see some of the elements that I love between both of them. The main thing is the actual exploration. Going around the world in different areas to catch different Pokemon and the ability to go to the gym in any order gave me enough freedom that I spent hours just wandering around. And sure enough, me wandering around led to me wanting to catch more and more Pokemon. The cycle is really good, like the grind is well done, but it's a Pokemon game, they do that well. And the colorful gym leaders were great, the designs and some of the Pokemon were alright, but this game had a great grind loop, and a decently sized map had me rubbing my hands together ready to tackle it all. However, some things and restrictions took some of my pleasure away. One of them was the Pokemon level restrictions that require you to beat gyms or your Pokemon won't listen to you no more. And I feel like that shouldn't be in the game anymore. I know it's a thing that's been in Pokemon games in the past, but it feels bad in this one. In my experience, I explored a lot and caught every new Pokemon that came on my screen. So, my team was constantly getting XP. And sure enough, eventually the game forced my hand because the Pokemon started not listening to me, and it felt bad catching new Pokemon. So I decided to just go beat every gym back to back to get rid of the restrictions. Now in an open world exploring type of game, I think this is terrible. The base slapped my hand telling me, no, you're not playing the game correctly, go do this and you can have fun later. And it's like, I guess, but why can't I do it now? I get they have to have some sort of a way to stop you from just, going to catch level 75 Pokemon and then one-shotting every boss and every gym leader. But it's just like, it could have been done differently. I don't have no ideas on top of my head, but it just feels wrong that eventually you can't continue doing what you want to do because you have to go beat these gyms before your timer is up. It's like a timer. It's like Dead Rising. They have these timers where you have to, complete certain things before that question disappears. It feels similar to that, where like some of those felt, even though I love Dead Rising, some of those felt like, I can never make it unless I just force myself to do this in a certain order. And I can't explore anymore because the game's forced me to do what they want me to do. And it's just, it's not good. It's not good. It's probably not a big deal to most people, but I feel like it hindered my fun, and that's not good. But I can look past that. What I can't look past is the actual game performance. Boy, oh boy, it runs like Cyberpunk on PS4 sometimes. It has issues. Hard frame drops and clashes when it rains and you have a lot of Pokemon on screen, glitches and bugs, and I've experienced them all. And from hearing from my Pokemon friends, this is abnormal to the Pokemon experience. They're used to their games at the bare minimum running properly. Hell, in my experience, it's rare for Nintendo games and exclusives to be broken and buggy like this. It's an unoptimized mess and it needs to be addressed, instead of just saying that they had no complaints. Yeah, okay. But besides that, I thoroughly enjoyed my time. I can't explain how fun it was. And it shouldn't have been fun to me like that because I don't really care about most of the Pokemon in this game. But it was just fun. As a Persona fan, I'm used to the monster collecting. And grinding for new monsters was just as fun in Pokemon as it is in Persona. Pokemon design wise, it was I love the starters, especially my dumb little Croc. Just so stupid, look at it. But other than that, nothing really did it for me. I mean, I like Miraidon and I guess both legendaries are cool. But other than that, nothing, The new Jigglypuff form was cool. I don't know, maybe because I'm biased because I really like Gen 1 Pokemon. I know a lot of people hate Gen 1 now, they overused it. But I don't know. I like your rival. She's funny and adorable. A lot of the gym leaders' designs are really cool. My favorite is Larry. Larry is my fucking guy. Just give him a day off, please. And the story was decent. I liked the story. I can't say I liked it. It was okay. But I just really did like the fact that the info dump in the last section of the game where the sun is really fucking bright and you can't see this white text on the floor. And of course there's no voice acting. So you're trying to get all this information while reading, while running around, collecting Pokemon and trying to get to this bottom of this fucking thing. And you're just like, this is just too much. Like, I can barely see it. Help, please. I wish there was voice acting in this game because some of the dialogue was actually funny and interesting, and it could have been so much more impactful with great casting, but I don't know. The co-op, while fun, is broken and slow. The co-op is really seamless. I feel like they did a good job with the co-op when we come to another player's world. Once you're in there, you could do everything that you want to do in your own world, basically. It's really great. I feel like that's a W. It feels like they're progressing to something. But the terror raids, my God. I feel like I'm 15 years in the past with how long it takes to get things going. And when it finally does work, it can break immediately. And you're sitting there wondering when you can do your next move. The boss could already be dead, and you'll never know until like a whole minute later. Once again, hopefully it can be fixed soon. And just some random nitpicks. Some stuff need to be streamlined, like finding terror raids. And why can't I fast travel in school? Inside school, why can't I fast travel? I gotta go back outside and sit through these loading screens just to fast travel. It's a bit annoying. Speaking of school, it's really pointless. Like every other building thing that Nintendo does with their shit. Like the monastery and fucking Fire Emblem. Like, stop. It's just hours of just nothing. I get it. It's a school concept for this Pokemon game. Pretty sure most people skipped it and didn't do it because it's really boring. Now, with all my complaints being said, I really like my time in Pokemon Scarlet. I even completed the Pokedex. I have no interest in PvP, but I can see myself doing raids from time to time. I can't fully explain why this Pokemon was the one I fully completed. What I did know is I want to go back and play Pokemon Arceus because I feel like it might give me a better experience. I feel like it's what I want. Will I recommend this game? I do. Once it's fully patched, because it can crash a lot and that's fucking annoying and not worth the money. But the actual game itself is really, really worth the money. I thoroughly enjoyed my time. It is worth the shot for people like me who couldn't really get into Pokemon but still always wanted to try it. It's different enough that it doesn't feel like you're playing the same game you might have played a decade ago.